Welcome guys, I am Damien, and in today's video it's going to be a tutorial about the volume range visual profile indicator. I've been getting a lot of questions in my live streams and some of my videos about what the volume range visual profile indicator is, how to use it, and how to trade it. And that's what we're going to get into today. We're going to talk about this volume range visual profile indicator and why I think every trader, including myself, should be using it as basically like a cheat sheet to figure out where the key levels of support and resistance are going to be and help predict where the price is going to go after you break through those key levels of support and resistance. Okay, let's take a look at the charts here and you'll understand what the VRVP indicator is. So this is the volume range visual profile indicator on the right side of the screen here. You'll see the green and red bars here. Okay, you also see a white line up top and a white line below and a blue line, which would be your point of control. Okay, so the white line up top is the value area high, the white line below is the value area low, and the blue line in the middle is the point of control. You can get this VRVP indicator on Tradingview, where you should be able to use it. But if you want to use this indicator, I do believe that you have to spend some money on a subscription to Tradingview. But I think it's worth the price in gold here, because it's an indicator where it's going to tell you where the key levels of support and resistance are at. And by God, that is a very important thing to know when you're trading, where price might go and what the key levels are. With the VRVP, okay, you will be able to tell where the value area high is, which is where your resistance is going to be for the most part, and you'll be able to see where the value area low is, which is where your support area is going to be. Basically, the value area low is going to be where you want to buy. You want to look for longs if you're day trading, okay? And the value area high is going to be where you should start selling this asset and possibly think about getting into some shorts, okay? And the point of control is where the majority of the volume is going to be at for this indicator. It's basically measuring how many people bought and sold at different levels. The green would indicate how many people bought. The red indicates how many people sold. But you'll see that a lot of people bought and sold at this level here, which is the highest volume node. These are the nodes. Okay, there's a node here and a node here. This is the biggest node of them all. That's why it's considered the point of control. The blue line here is the point of control. Now, how do you set up this volume range visual profile indicator? Okay, mine looks like this. Okay, but when you go in Tradingview and you actually put in the indicator for the VRVP, it's probably not going to look like this right off the bat. You're going to have to change the settings, and I'm going to show you guys how to change the settings so it looks like my indicator here, with the value area high, the point of control, the value area low, and then of course these green and red bars here. Okay, so first let me go ahead and get rid of this indicator, and we'll start from scratch. Okay, now you go over here into your indicators, okay, and you're gonna type in volume range, and it might pop up, but it's going to be the visible range volume profile. Okay, you click on that. All right, and then your indicator might look something like this. Not exactly the way it looked, the way I just had it about a minute ago in this video. You're going to have to go ahead and change the settings here on the volume range visual profile, and you go over here to the left, okay, where the indicators are at, and you're going to click on your settings here. Go all the way bottom to the settings, and what we first want to do is we want to change the row size to just put a 0 there, from 24 to 240, and you'll see that when I do that, this is going to change the volume range visual profile. You get more precise measurements, and you can see where the gaps are on the volume range between the various nodes here. So you got a node here, a gap, another node, and then a gap, a little bit of a node, gap, and then another node here. Okay, so that's what you have to do first, but we're still missing the value area high and the value area low. Okay, so I go back into settings here, I go over to style, okay, and I want to go down to where it says VAH. The VAH is your value area high. You're going to turn that on. The VAL is the value area low. You're going to turn that on. You're going to click that on. Okay. And then the POC, I like to differentiate it because you'll have 3 white lines. I like to make mine blue so it stands out on the chart. And now your VRVP is going to look similar to mine, where you have the value area high, that white line, the POC, the blue line, and the value area low, the white line below. Okay. Now that I taught you guys how to actually set this this indicator up, okay, now we need to figure out how does the volume range visual profile actually work. How is this going to make you a better trader? Okay. All right. So, like I said earlier in the video, okay, the value area low is where you want to be looking for longs. You want to be buying at the value area low, okay? And then, of course, the point of control is where most of the price action is going to want to go back to. So if you're here at the value area low, this thing is going to shoot up to the point of control. The point of control acts like a magnet. It's going to magnetically attract the price back towards it, okay? And then if you're able to push past the point of control, then you might see yourself get up to the value area high, right? And the value area high is going to probably be where you get your resistance. Now we're looking at the price of Bitcoin right now. This is the Bitcoin chart going back all the way till September here of 2024 till now here in May of 2025. And you see the price action kind of respects these levels where the value area high, the point of control, and the value area low is at. Okay, now you can see that once you got up to the value area high, you should have been selling Bitcoin back in December of 2024 and looking for shorts here. And if you did, you would have been able to push the price down to the POC. Now the POC should act as support, okay? And if it fails to act as support, then yeah, it will break down towards the value area low. But in this case, you know, Bitcoin gave people a little bit of scare here in January, where it started to creep down to the lower $90,000 level here. But then we were able to get back up, peek our head above. We came back to the point of control, lost it a little bit of indecision here, but finally we were able to break out past the point of control back to the value area high one more time here in January of 2025. But then we started losing that point of control, that value area high, right? This was considered a double top to most traders here, and Bitcoin slowly bled off back to the point of control. Okay, now the point of control was supposed to act as support here, okay, but we lost the point of control in February, and that's when we got that mean, nasty downfall in price down to the value area low, sitting here at around $76,000 is where this line seems to be adjusting itself to. So $76,000 was the support area where you should have been buying some Bitcoin. We had a little bit of a bear flag here. We broke down. We didn't even get a chance to get back up to the point of control, but we came back to the value area low one more time, okay, to retest it as support before we were able to spring forward back to the point of control and use that as resistance before we then were able to use it as support. And then we were able to break past the point of control to then go up to the value area high, which Bitcoin did here in May of 2025. And then, you know, here we are getting past the value area high. And now we're kind of in undiscovered price discovery mode here, with Bitcoin being about $111,000. What we want to see here with Bitcoin is that we want to actually start creating some more volume above the value area high, because if we're not able to create volume above the value area high, if we're not able to get a high volume node above the value area high, then we're probably going to end up coming right back down to the value area high at $107,000. And if we're not able to use that as support, then we're going to probably break down again to the point of control sitting at $96,000 $700 Bitcoin, where the majority of people bought and sold Bitcoin at that price here in December, in January, and even February, all right, of 2025 here. That would be our next expected area if we lose the value area high here at $107,000. Now, like I said, if we're going to continue being bullish, right, then we need to see more volume being built up above the value area high, and then the value area that we have here is going to be readjusted to a higher price, okay? But right now, the value area high and the value area low is where your value area is going to be. And I will quickly try to draw that out so you know what the value area is supposed to look like here. It's going to be this purple box, okay? This purple box is your value area. Price will like to stay at that area for the most part, and it will bounce between the value area high, the point of control, and the value area low. If you lose the value area low and you get below it, you're considered oversold. Most likely the price is going to get back into that purple box again. And then, yes, you should be looking for longs, especially if you're below the value area, this purple box here. Okay, now that we're above the value area high, we should be looking to either sell or short sell Bitcoin. I know some of you guys might be a little bit anxious to actually do that with the price being so high, but the risk reward ratio favors you selling your Bitcoin at these prices, because you might just at the very least come back and retest that value area high, and then you bounce off to higher prices, okay? But yeah, that is what the VRVP is supposed to look like. That is the value area high, the value area low, the point of control. Those three key levels are usually very helpful when you're trading sideways, which we kind of did for the most part with Bitcoin going from November 2024, late November 2024, all the way to here we are in May of 2025. Okay, I wanted to go over these areas. I want to go over this, this information here about the VRVP, because I've been getting a lot of questions here about the VRVP on my live streams and my videos. You guys should go ahead and check out my live streams. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay, so you can come join the Meet Damien channel here. And if you're one of my TikTok guys, go ahead and hit that follow button. And of course, smash that like button, because I'm here to provide you guys as much knowledge and information about these trading indicators here. And I want you guys to be solid when you're trading here. I hope that I was able to provide some value to you guys here. But just one more thing here. I'm not done with you guys, okay? You do not want to just rely on one indicator, okay? You want to actually use the VRVP and have that as confluence with other TA or ways of trading, okay, and other indicators. And I'm just going to show you guys here how the value area high and the value area low were playing into what the Fibonacci traders were looking for when Bitcoin got up to like $109,000 and it came down to 74,000, I believe 74,400 was the lowest point that it got to back in April. Let me just move these numbers here so you can kind of see them better here, okay? And you'll see that the 0.618 was a very crucial level that a lot of Fibonacci traders were looking at with the price of Bitcoin. And that 0.618 level was at $96,800. And you'll also see that the point of control was at $96,700. Pretty much the same level, okay? But the POC was confluent with the golden pocket retracement at 0.618 for Bitcoin over the last few months here. So the Fibonacci traders were keying on that level, and the traders that use the VRVP were also keying on that level as well, using the point of control, okay? And you'll see that Bitcoin, right, it did come down, right, to the 0.236 retracement level here at $83,000 before it finally came all the way down to that value area low at $74,000. Okay, so you can use this volume range visual profile indicator to help you better understand where price wants to go and why it wants to go there and where it will go next. Okay, and why it wants to go there next. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. Guys, once again, if you haven't already, smash that like button. The more likes that I get on this video, the more people get this knowledge bestowed upon them. YouTube will pump this video out to more traders and investors that need this knowledge. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. I helped you out. Help me out by hitting that like button, and you'll also be helping out some of the other people here on the Meet Damien channel. Let's get this community growing. I appreciate you guys hitting that follow button and subscribe button, and look for my live streams here. I usually go live during the afternoons in Eastern Standard Time here. Sometimes you might catch me around dinner time at like 5 or 6 p.m. East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time. All right. Till then, guys, good luck trading in whatever investment you decide to get into. And by all means, check out that VRVP indicator if you can, and use that as your little cheat sheet to figure out where the price is going to go next. Take care, guys.